Hello everyone, I'm Tony. He is only 8 years old, yet he claims to be his father's ancestor. I am Mr. Zuo, the one you killed. I will take revenge on you, he says. This is not a lie. Everyone in the village can testify that the child is possessed by an evil spirit.
At first, he played like any normal child. Then suddenly, his body went rigid. After that, he pounced on others to bite them.
Ordinarily, the boy seemed no different from other kids his age, but every time he fell ill, he looked as if he were possessed. His hands stretched straight, and he hopped forward stiffly.
His eyes were terrifying, not the eyes of a normal person, but eyes that seemed like they wanted to devour someone.
He kept muttering non-stop, I am Mr. Zuo. You killed me. I'll take your son's life to pay for it. The boy's parents were terrified, and when the boy regained consciousness, he said he had never even heard of Mr. Zuo. Could he really be possessed by a ghost? The father hurried to take him to the hospital. After a thorough physical examination, it turned out the boy did have an illness, mild epilepsy. But what puzzled the doctors was that epileptic patients usually have nearly identical symptoms each time they have a seizure. However, sometimes he hopped like a zombie, sometimes he flew into a rage, and sometimes he claimed to be Mr. Zuo, who could only prescribe medication for treatment first. Yet after the treatment, the boy's condition did not improve, it even worsened. He actually started drinking blood. He would grab others' hands and bite them, while repeating over and over, I want to drink blood. Nicknames like zombie and vampire quickly spread, and everyone grew afraid he would bite them, afraid he would suck their blood. The boy's parents were desperate. They found an exorcist, hoping to drive the evil spirit out of the boy. But just as the exorcist was focused on performing the exorcism, the boy suddenly had an episode. He grabbed the exorcist's hand and bit it. Soon, news of the boy spread beyond the village, and reporters arrived upon hearing the story. At first, the reporters thought this was just a prank by the boy, but to their surprise, when faced with the camera, the boy not only had another episode, but also attacked a reporter.
He grabbed my neck, and his strength was so great that I couldn't move,
the reporter recalled. Later, other people rushed to help pull him away. With no other options, the father had to take the boy to the hospital again. This time, following the specialist's advice, the boy received psychological counseling. Finally, the doctors reached a conclusion. The boy was actually suffering from hysteria. He had watched some movies on TV, so every time he had an episode, he would subconsciously mimic the actions of zombies and vampires he had seen. But why would the boy pretend to be ill? After psychological treatment, everyone finally learned the truth. 3 months after the boy was born, his mother left to work in another city. The child often missed his mother. He was raised by his grandparents since he was little, and his parents rarely came back to visit. A year ago, his father returned home. The boy had hoped to finally get the fatherly love he had long craved, but instead, all he got was scolding and beatings from his father. After repeated incidents, the boy would rather stay away from his father and live with his grandmother. However, there was one thing in his grandmother's house that filled the boy with extreme fear. What was it that scared him so much? It was a coffin. According to local customs, juniors must prepare a coffin for the elderly in advance. This left an indelible psychological shadow on the 8-year-old boy. He was terrified that his grandmother would die one day. Over time, the boy suffered deep emotional trauma. In the end, all his bizarre behaviors were just his way of seeking his family's care and attention. A child deprived of parental love, forced to use such extreme methods to gain attention, it is truly a tragedy.